Welcome to the Roadshow podcast.
Name drop. F*** 'em.
It's really, you're gonna be surprised.
Yeah.
It's big artists in America, verified, like hang out with like A-list, B-list, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that are unprofessional.
Really? Why? Why do you think, at least?
A lot of them feel like they want to control you. So they come to you, they offer you this and that, like they want to work with you, and then like if you post your own music or you do this on, they just want control over you. They want you to be like their sole artist.
Right.
And like one of them called me the other day and he was like, oh, this person was asking about your name, blah blah blah, like fuck him, I don't know why he's asking, that kind of thing. And I was thinking, that's weird. Like, I don't know.
Why is that weird?
Because I never said yes to this person, and already he feels this sense of control and like right over me. And he posted me on his page and he was calling me his artist. A few of them have done that, saying, oh, this is my artist.
What?
Like, we never spoke about that.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Because they have they have the followers, they have the...
That doesn't mean shit.
They have the fans, they have the... So they think like they have like, yeah.
Status. They think they have power.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The whole...
And then they see someone up and coming that they see potential in, they're like, okay, I want to take that for myself. And like let everyone know, like, that's mine.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
Do you think it's like business opportunity pigs? You know,
yes.
they just seek
there's
their
some
shit
that
out.
comes like so nicely and they come correctly and they're nice about it. And then there's other ones that they just use their name and their status and like push it on you. Yeah. Like just cocky.
Yeah.
That's the word, cocky.
Cocky. Yeah, sometimes it would... Well, I would imagine it would feel that way if you get like the blue check mark, you've got a fan base, you know, people are taking your photo wherever you fucking go. You probably think, you know, like I can... The world is, like what you were saying, the world is my oyster, you know? Like,
yeah.
But when it comes down to like the music industry, any of that kind of fucking like control bullshit, people are waking up in the, you know, 2023, 100%. You know, like so many labels, people are just going independent and like going blowing up off fucking social media.
Yeah, blowing up off TikTok, Instagram, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't need those people.
And it's kind of like, when you think about it, what can this person really do for me?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It's just that kind of thing that runs in my head. Like, okay, you're famous, but I don't know how much you can actually do for me. Because, like, you think about these A-list artists and you hear about their, like, co-signs and stuff and, like, people that they've signed or people that they're, like, looking after. They're not on the level that they are.
Yeah.
They're not, you don't hear about them.
Yeah, it's normally just one post.
Yeah, and that's it. No one knows them. So, and then, like, when you do that kind of thing, I feel like it restricts your opportunities.
Yeah.
Because if you have one like famous person saying that's their artist, other people will be like, oh, okay. Like they'll take a step back. Or they won't reach out, or they won't like, yeah.
That's a good point. As soon as you are shown to a bunch of people, they probably divide themselves and go, you know, she's working with them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I can go with these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'll miss out on a bigger opportunity.
Yeah. There's always a bigger opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I want to stay independent so that doesn't happen.
Yeah. That Spotify shit's fucking bullshit,
I know.
It's so annoying.
I know. I've been thinking about that. I'm like, okay, like I make this EP. There's multiple songs that I would want to pitch and I can only choose one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why people, like, if you have like an artist that is up to date with the marketing that's done in 2023. Most people last year were dropping a series of singles all throughout the year and then at the end of the year drop an album. And it had all of those singles that were already released plus like a couple new ones. And then you can pitch 1 out of 2 instead of 1 out of 12 or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah. Which is a smart idea.
Yeah.
But isn't it strange? You can, like, if you've got a feature coming out with someone, that month is off
limits.
Yeah, off limits for your own music to drop.
I understand they're trying to make it fair because there's only so many spots in a playlist. But like, still irritating.
Yeah, of course it is.
But I guess like on their side, if someone's dropping an album and like half of their songs are fire, it would be hard for them to like pick. It's just more fair for everyone.
True.
If you only choose one song.
Yeah.
And if someone likes that song, who knows, they might click on your profile and look at the other ones.
Who's doing your pitching and stuff? Do you do it yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was so surprised. Get Up On It got on 4 editorial playlists.
Right.
Yeah, and it was such... Because I didn't actually see it myself when it got on the playlist. Someone messaged me and they were like, oh, you're on this playlist. And I was like, oh.
Nice.
And then every other time I saw it, it was just like randomly, like I'm just on my page and I'm like, oh, another one.
It didn't come up on your Spotify for artists?
It did, but I didn't get like a notification.
Oh, you didn't get an extra email or something?
Every time it was like a nice surprise. 4 times.
Nice, nice. What playlist did it get on?
The Drip, The Flavour.
The Drip's nice.
Hot Girl Shit, and Fresh Finds, Australia and New Zealand.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Where did you grow up?
Here.
Here?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Nice. Yeah. Well, at least we can have like another superstar to come out of here. What's your background?
My mom's Kenyan.
Yeah?
And my dad's from here, but like has Irish in him.
Right.
Yeah.
Good mix.
A good mix.
Good mix. The diversity here is huge.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I guess it's the same all over Australia, though. Like, musical diversity is even fucking crazier here. I think it's the craziest in WA because you have segments over in the East Coast and you know where, like, genres are.
Yeah.
And you know the drill scene's really alive over there. But here, I think there's so many people flying under the radar because the eyes aren't on them.
Yeah.
That you're having so much talent. It probably...
Yeah, I know a lot of artists that are actually, like, really good and they don't get many streams, and it's like that should be like blowing up.
Yeah.
Mostly the R&B singers, the guy singers in Perth.
Yeah, but there's so many now.
Really?
Yeah. But the good stand out. And they always will. I think sometimes when you have a good artist, they fail in like some other areas. Like their marketing might be shithouse.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like lots of people don't know how to market.
Yeah.
Like even me sometimes, I'm like...
Real?
I post on everything and I try to continually post. And then it's just kind of like... Oh. I feel like I get excited about the next song, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna market this one really well, and then as soon as that one drops, I market it for a while, and I'm like, I'm thinking about the next one.
Right.
That's what lets me down. And then these like PR companies, they're just like, a lot of them have reached out, but I don't really trust it.
Scavengers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I would rather meet someone in person and like connect with them and trust them to do that then like
and show you proof.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of like over the phone, emails, because how do I know that's not fake, you know?
Yeah. And there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. Kind of every industry's gone through that bullshit. Now I find it's funny that like you can go onto any social media site, any streaming platform. There's hacks into like getting viewers, getting followers, getting this, getting that.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't you want to be known for your art?
Exactly, yeah.
You know? I've found a lot of that. There's a godfuck amount of people that have reached out to do this podcast, and then I go into their followers. I'm not going to say names.
I'm not going to say names.
I scroll
Drop
down.
the names.
No. Because why would I give them fucking any spotlight, you know? You scroll down and like you'll find 1,000 profiles that aren't don't have any followers but are following like 50,000 people or some shit.
I'm confused.
Bots.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm like, bruh, it's not happening.
It's not happening. Not here, not now.
Yeah, no, I want authentic, talented people on this shit.
Yeah.
That's why I have you here. When I actually first heard about you that night when I saw you out, and Nelly was there,
Yeah.
and she told me about you.
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck, okay, this is gangster. And she dropped you off here, and she didn't come in and.
No.
Is what it is. Yeah, I've only known about you for a little bit, but I've gone over your playlist a bunch. You're doing some crazy shit.
Thanks.
Like, I'm very, very excited to see what's in store for you next. Hopefully you can sort out this like booking shows thing, get that underway,
Yeah.
get the cycle rolling,
Yeah.
get you a lot more stage time.
Yeah.
Because the stage times, I know it's like you put the music out, but the next step is like shows and
Yeah.
presence and
Yeah.
really like putting on a fucking performance.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I noticed in Perth, actually. Like, people that do shows, the experienced ones go hard.
Yeah.
But the ones that, I'm not gonna like say it's bad, but they're not putting their all into it, because I don't think they've done too many shows.
Yeah.
Do you know the Beatles? You heard of the Beatles
Yeah.
before? Yeah. Well, they did a year of working at, I think it was a pub, like fucking, they were from the UK. It must have been within their own country, but they went somewhere and they worked at like a pub, and they had to play like 2 gigs on Friday night, 2 gigs on Saturday night. They did that for a year.
Yeah.
When they came back, they were tight as fuck. Like, everybody was playing in rhythm. All the singers had like the most beautiful tone, because they've like had to like project it over the top of like drunk fucks in a pub.
Yeah.
And then they just like, you know, just blow up like crazy. So it was like the repetition, like going to the gym, you know? You have to keep doing the shit to maintain it and also get better.
Yeah.
So get that underway.
I will.
You need a headline shit.
Yeah.
Because you have the potential to do that. You know that.
I will.
Nice.
The next plans, next goal.
Yeah. Are you going to wait until like you got the manager shit like sorted out?
I'm gonna wait till I drop my EP.
Okay. Take that on
I
the
was
road.
thinking of having a show when I drop my EP.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the thing that's going wrong with a lot of people's shows is they're not having enough artists.
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like you need to have a mix of artists.
A mix?
Well, not a mix, but like more than 3, more than a few.
Yeah.
If you want lots of people to come, if you want to make it hype, you need to have more artists.
Yeah. Yeah,
one or
because
two.
if you have like 3 artists and they draw like 20 people each, that's 60 people. But if you get like 8 and they draw 20 people, it's like 160 people.
Exactly, that's my point, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point. It helps when people have worked together and then they can bring like their own set of fans into
and
it.
the more people that are there, the longer they'll stay. Like, the more hype the environment is and like they're having fun, like the more people that will actually stay to watch everyone else's set.
Yeah.
Because like I've been at some and like they watch their friend and they're like,
And then they go. Yeah.
and I can't say anything. I've done that too, but like it's how it is.
Do you know what's funny? And I think about this every time I go to shows in Perth.
Yeah.
When they do the lineup, they always put like the rookie first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the one that's like, oh, we'll put you first, and then
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And then we'll work our way up. Yeah.
But if you have like one fire kind of like act in the beginning,
then you draw everyone there
you
first.
draw everyone in first, and then like that next one's not as good.
Yeah, because if you're having the headliner last, everyone gets there last.
Yeah, but like the 2 or 3 last artists are gonna be like so fire.
Yeah.
That everyone's just like, fuck yeah, I'm so glad we stayed for that like chunk of crap. I'm not saying it's crap, but it's you know what I'm
I
saying.
get what you're saying.
Yeah. Oh, this is the first podcast I've done without a beard in a long time.
Oh really?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Naked. And afraid. Oh,
I wouldn't
shit.
know.
No, well, imagine like shaving your head.
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
That feels like that. But on your face. It's weird. Like, being a man and growing a beard. Because I never had a beard when I was younger.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's kind of odd being a human, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It fucks me up. It does, man.
If you think about it deeply, yeah.
Yeah. And I smoke a lot of weed. So I think about it deeply all the time. It's bad. Do you want another fucking...
Yeah, might as well.
Oh, shit. I'm going to need more ice.
You do that.
I will.
Can I take this off?
Yeah. I'll pause it. 1 sec, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe some arsehole would say some shit. Some insecure fuck.
Some insecure fuck.
Yeah. Why the fuck would anyone comment about somebody else's appearance?
Try being a girl. Especially
yeah,
a female artist. I haven't gotten any of that shit to my face.
Do you know why?
I haven't heard anything. I've surprising me. I've heard one thing, but that was behind my back.
Well, that's good.
But like saying that, I know people talk about me behind my back, but I don't give a fuck because at the end of the day, like no cocky shit, but I'm doing better than you. I'm investing in myself, and what are you doing?
Yeah. Are you talking about other artists?
No, just people in general.
Right.
Other artists don't come for me. Other artists, like, I've never heard any other artist speak badly about me.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because you probably fucking kill the shit out of them with a fucking bar or two.
Yeah.
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 It's true though, right? If you can write bars, like a lot of people tend not to come for people. It's like that. I think that's why that MGK Eminem shit was so fascinating, because that motherfucker can't write for shit, and then he came for the world's best writer. That's kind of a wild story, that MGK shit. Do you fuck with that guy?
No.
No. What about Megan Fox? She has been for sure.
I fuck with her as an actress, not as a...
Yeah, but what was
she
the
turned
fucking
into now?
last good movie she did was like Transformers or some shit. I haven't seen
it. Explore too much that I wouldn't be able to take it in and enjoy it. Whereas if I didn't know I was going to die, I would appreciate it for what it is.
But don't you think that, like, you want to get as much experience in before you can?
Yes, but...
Before you die, sorry.
But if you know you're going to die, imagine how many things you'd have on your bucket list. Imagine how many things when you're sitting on your deathbed, you'd be like, oh, I wish I did this, I wish I did that.
Yeah.
Whereas if you didn't know you were going to die, you would enjoy life for what it is. You wouldn't be thinking, oh, I didn't do this, I didn't see that. You'd be like, oh, I didn't know, and like I had a fun time. I lived my life, and like it is what it is.
Well, most people operate in that headspace.
Yeah, but like if you knew you were going to die,
everyone knows that they're gonna die.
No, but like, okay,
but they just don't think about it.
Say you like have a few years left to live or a year left to live. Would you not have a million things? Oh, I want to do this. I want to see that. I want to do this. I want to do that. On your bucket list.
All that stuff comes. Well, me personally, I would imagine all that stuff would just become redundant. I'd want to spend time with my family.
I feel like if I knew I was gonna die in the next year, I would have a long list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, just like, I don't know, like seeing shit, going to different countries. Like, you know how when you go on a holiday, you have a list of things you want to tick off? That type shit.
Yeah.
And then when you don't see that thing you wish you went to see, you're like, oh, I wish I went to see that.
Yeah. But you don't remember what you're going to see when you're dead. Or what you didn't see when you're dead.
True. Yeah.
So you like those things are going to be there, but if you think about it, like you go to see these things, but the memories don't stay with you because you die. Those places still remain, but so do your family, and they're the only things that can think about you.
Would you enjoy that moment as much as you would if you didn't know you were going to die?
No, that's why there's like a really good
like
philosophy
you would have
in
a conscious
about that.
thought. Like if you knew you were gonna die, you would have a conscious thought to think, I need to enjoy this, even if you don't, because you know you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Whereas if you didn't know you were gonna die, you just enjoy it or you don't enjoy it.
Well, that's the standard thought of
I don't know
being.
why we're having this conversation.
I don't
It's
know,
deep,
but it's really good. I think it's like it's the philosophical thing, right? Like as soon as what do they call it? Carpe diem? Is that the fucking thing?
I think so.
Live life as if it's your last day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's almost like a lot of people, like, you know how like people are addicted to their phones?
Yeah.
And you can't get them off of it.
Yeah.
There's no matter how much you try. It's just like it's programmed so much into them.
Yeah.
But they go days and days and days on the phone without like having a break. But if you tell them, dude, you're going to die one day, you're spending every single day on your phone, they normally like prick their ears up like, oh shit, it is bad.
Yeah.
But a lot of people just like go through life without thinking about like their death. And I think there's something to actually thinking about it. It's a good point you brought up. But I think when you're younger, you tend to think about more of the shit that you can do. As you get older, you tend to think more about family. Because like when you get older, you'd like have kids and shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't have kids yet, so I don't know what that feels like.
Yeah.
Apparently it's like drugs. Apparently.
Yeah, I've heard that, yeah.
Yeah, you get addicted to looking after the little fuckers. Fuck knows. I'm not a dad, so I don't know, but like apparently that's a thing. And when you get older, you tend to think more about family because, I don't know, maybe that's not for everybody. That's just the standardized life though. Like if you're reaching a career that has like phenomenal amounts of like people and attention on you, I guess your list of things that you'd want to do in the world is different. You have a different set of goals.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so what do you want to do?
Before I die?
Yeah. Let's say, what do you want to do in music before you die? Why am I talking like Kim Kardashian?
I want to DJ.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to mix and master for artists.
You want to mix and master?
Yeah, because I have a lot of ideas in my head. Like when I listen to a song, I'm like, oh, like that would sound cool. That kind of thing. So I feel like I could kill that. And obviously I want to make a hit. Like something that just pops off, before I die.
I think that's coming sooner.
I hope so.
What would be like your ultimate goal? Like if you could have anything like, let's say like, hold on. Where would like your, like the best place you could ever play be? Have you thought about this shit?
Yeah.
All right. Super Bowl?
I feel like my own tour. Because having a group of fans that are there for you would be more meaningful.
Yeah.
Than like they're there for something else and you're just there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And that would be so hype. Like imagine like a song you love and you've created and written and everything.
That'd be dope.
And the whole crowd's just screaming it out. I don't know how I'd act.
I'll
probably just be hyping them up. I wouldn't even be singing it anymore. I'd just be like,
yeah. That'd be so dope, actually.
Yeah.
I've always wondered what it would feel like to be like the person that's standing in the middle of the arena. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have a fucking like arena full of people and you're in the round right in the middle of the arena.
Squished.
No, like you know when they have the stage in the middle of the arena and there's like a crowd like 360 around them? Yeah, that would be wild.
Yeah, I feel like that's hype. Like I like you know when you see videos of artists like getting other people up on their stage.
Yeah.
That would be the peak. That would be so fun.
That'd be wild.
That would be so fun.
Ed Sheeran does that shit.
Yeah, I've seen a few artists do that shit. Just looks like, you know, heartwarming.
Heartwarming. My dog's ass is very itchy. Is it the heartwarming?
Heartwarming.
Yeah, no,
moment.
100%.
Yes.
Well, they get to meet their fucking, you know, their idol.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's not like meeting. It's almost like a...
Yeah. No, but I feel like I just want to make music for different moods.
For different moods?
Yeah. Like, there's some artists that just make one type of shit. And then there's artists that make hype shit, sad shit, relatable shit. Like, all of it.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Do you feel like...
Because me personally, I don't listen to one mood of music. So, like, yeah, I listen to different moods. And the more moods you have, the more people are going to add it. Like, the more people are going to like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point. Not a lot of people think about that when they make music. They just think about, like, this is how I like a track to sound.
Yeah.
You know? I guess you have to have that element in there, but, like, to take on different genres is still a fucking cool thing.
I feel like it depends on how you feel, too. Because as an artist, you don't always feel hype all the time. Like, you might feel hype one time, and then you might want to make something that's more mellow. And then, you know, whatever you're feeling... Or even whatever you're not feeling. Like, I've made songs about stuff I'm not feeling. Like,
what you're not feeling?
Yeah. Like, I've made a few heartbreaking songs when I'm not heartbreaking. But you just need to put yourself in the shoes of somebody else or, like, a group of people that you know will relate to that. Because, like, I've listened to people's heartbreaking songs and I'm like, oh, that slaps.
Yeah.
I'm not heartbreaking, but it still slaps. Or, like, I'm not feeling hype right now, but it still slaps.
Becomes
that kind
relative.
of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, relatable content is, like, massive.
Yeah.
And when you tap into moods and stuff, that's, like, the best thing you can do.
So you need to, like, I just try and get myself out of my own feelings and make different songs, like, depending on how somebody else might be feeling.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean.
Yeah. That's a really good tactic that you have. Because not a lot of people think to, like, hey, maybe I should do what, like, the general population feels. Do music for them.
Yeah, because the main goal is to get other people listening to it.
Yeah.
So whatever you're feeling in that moment is kind of not... It's relative, but it's not that relative. Because you're trying to relate to other people. You're trying to, like, make other people feel something and listen to it and... like, be a fan or follow you, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you think that's why, like, most genres that have, like, rappers that rap about, like, jewelry, cars, money and hoes...
100%.
Do you think that, like, that's kind of, like, looked at because most people relate to, like, wanting that?
I actually had this
thoughts?
conversation today. It's an interesting conversation because I feel like it depends on how you... what's the word? How you express it. So, like, I feel like if I would make a song kind of like that, but in a manifestation type way.
Right.
But I feel like saying it in a cocky way or, like, making the whole song about that, it's not relatable.
Smoking the Zaza.
Yeah. I feel like it depends. It's fun. Like, okay, I'll explain it this way. When you go to a party or you go out with your friends or, like, you're getting ready, you listen to a certain type of music.
Yeah.
But when you're on your own, you listen to that, but you also listen to a different type of music.
Yeah, true.
So you need to make both because, yeah, everyone has different moods.
Yeah.
And people listen to music 24/7. Well, I do anyway, and I know a lot of people that do. So
I do.
Yeah. So
it's good to have difference.
Exactly.
Even within the same artist.
Yeah.
Like talking about what we talked about before with the Chris Brown thing. He did so many different types of genres.
Yeah.
You know, he did like slow singing and then like, have you heard his freestyles?
No.
Oh.
I will.
Yes. Wild. It's actually like he did I think it's Sway, when he goes on Sway and fucking he did one and it was like, oh shit, I can't believe what he just spat. But it could have been curated, you know, like they write sometimes first and then spit.
Yeah.
It could have been that, but I'm not sure. But that he's like one of the artists that I like perpetually think about when I think about like different types of music that you're doing. He's massive. There's only been a few that can like pull off all different types. You know, there's like I hate to say her name, but Mariah Carey. When she did Bad Bitch shit, it wasn't good.
I haven't heard that.
It's not good.
Who do I think of when I think? Okay, an A-list person, for example, Cardi B. She's made heartbreak shit, she's made sad shit, mellow shit, and hype shit.
Yeah.
So, I know a lot of people don't like her, but like, you can't dispute the fact that she's made stuff for different moods.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, she taps into different personas to make her songs.
It's a shame about her nipples being named the same thing as her fucking husband. Offset.
Offset.
Oh shit. Nah, she's she's done heaps for the fucking hip hop industry. Like I do like give props to like the new age female artists. Without them, like Cardi B with WAP, you know, like
I don't fuck with that song, but
yeah, but it was more than a song.
It was like
a cult fucking.
Yeah, it was blunt.
Yeah.
It was like in your face, so everyone was like, "Whoa!" So that's why I think that's why it did well.
Yeah, and Kylie Jenner in the music video.
Yeah.
Only briefly too, when she's just walking in silence. Oh, baddie.
Exactly, that doesn't matter because
she's a billionaire.
Exactly.
You know, they had her in the fucking music video. That's wild. Imagine saying that 20 years ago. There's a hot fucking billionaire walking in this fucking music video and just going wild. Like, before that song, I hadn't heard of that other chick. Who the hell is that?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of her.
Really?
I have now that the Tory Lane shit's gone down. And
have you not heard her music?
I've heard some of it now. Like, the fucking shit that's on the radio is terrible.
I don't listen to the radio.
Me neither. But sometimes, like, I'll hear some shit and I'm like, what is that?
I know.
I'll be around a radio.
That's why I don't listen to it.
Isn't that song, how does it fucking go? Can't think about it. Fuck it, let it go, Jacob. Let it go. Yeah, no, there are different types of music, and I think, as you were saying, if we don't tap into them, like, you miss out as an artist. Because, like, you kind of want to put across all different types of art, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a painter, has different art pieces.
Yeah.
But, like, it's still their style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah.
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 Like the Mona Lisa and shit. Yeah, is she smiling? Who knows? She's a baddie.
I feel like...
Oh, shit. Sorry. I wonder what the fucking story is behind that thing. Like, who was that woman?
It's interesting.
I think it was someone in his head.
Maybe.
Imagine that.
Or maybe she was actually there. Have you seen Mr. Peabody and Sherman?
Mr. Peabody and Sherman?
Yeah.
I've heard of Pee Wee Herman. I haven't heard of...
No, you need to watch it.
What
it's
is
so good.
Mr. Peabody and Sherman? Enlighten me.
It's like a history story, but I don't know if it's Disney, but it's cartoon. It's like a movie. It's really good. It's like a history movie, but in cartoon.
Yeah. I fuck with cartoons.
But I don't know if it's true or not, but like, Mona Lisa was there. I feel like she was there. I feel like he did a self-portrait and she was there. Because...
A self-portrait is of yourself.
Okay, not self-portrait.
A portrait.
My bad. A portrait.
Just portrait.
Yeah, a portrait of her.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Who fucking knows?
Who knows anything?
Yeah.
There was no technology. They didn't post anything.
Wouldn't it be like...
Imagine... You know what I think about all the time?
What?
Imagine someone wrote everything about history and made it up. Or wrote some things about history and made it up, and we believed it.
Yeah.
And we're spitting that shit. We're saying, oh, this happened, and it never happened.
Most of that shit that you're talking about, like the shit that we learn in schools, take like prehistoric times, for instance,
Yeah.
like dinosaur era,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Do you know like the lost city of Atlantis? Have you heard of that before? The
No.
lost city of
Oh,
Atlantis.
I've heard of.
It's like what's that, Aquaman. You know the fucking. Have you seen that shit?
I've seen
DC
a
movie?
cartoon Aquaman. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there was a comic book out, but they made a movie with that Jason fucking whatever his name is, that sexy dude. He looks like a Kiwi, but I don't think he is. What? Jason Momoa.
I don't know him, but yeah.
Are you joking?
No, I don't.
He's so fucking hot.
I've never seen him.
Joking?
No, I'm not joking.
I gotta show you this shit. It's ridiculous. You don't know Jason Momoa?
No. I might if you show me, but the name is not ringing a bell. Was he in Moana? Okay, I'm gonna... No.
Moana was an animated movie.
Okay, no.
Yeah, you don't know that guy?
No, I've seen his face somewhere, but I don't know where.
Justice League?
Oh, I haven't seen that either.
I'm a nerd.
It might be... I don't know.
He's in a bunch of different movies. He's in like the new... I can't remember what it's called. It's a shit movie anyway. But he played Aquaman, and he was like an underwater fucking god. And he would go to Atlantis, right? And the myth of Atlantis basically spans back to, there was a city that was built around Greek mythology, and they worship like Zeus and like those mythological fucking gods. And then, shit, what was I saying?
You were saying...
Oh yeah, no, I
Yeah.
got it. And they found Atlantis in North Africa, in the desert.
And then?
So basically they're saying now that if that is Atlantis, and it's looking like it is going to be, or has been.
Oh, so they don't know yet.
They don't know yet. They haven't sent out like archaeologists just yet, but if that turns out to be Atlantis, the whole dynamic of like what we think is prehistoric history has changed.
Wow.
Because there's you know how like you see a desert and it's sand,
Yeah.
right? What's at the bottom of the ocean?
Who knows?
Sand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when the ocean clears
I thought they
out,
don't know what's at the bottom of the ocean. Because they say they
well, in
can't
some
go
parts
down.
they definitely do.
Yeah.
But like if you like talking about like the Mariana Trench and like all these hella deep places, like
They don't know.
they don't know dick about those places.
Yeah.
Like they found a fish that has a light that hangs over its head.
Yeah,
Have you seen that shit?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Right. So how these fucking things mate? The male fish will bite. If it sees a light, it will bite onto the stomach of the female fish and give its semen into its stomach, and then that will produce more fish in the female. But the male never lets go. Ever. After that bite, he never lets go. So the stomach from the female feeds the male fish until they both die.
Wow, that is crazy.
And they found that in like the deepest, darkest trenches.
Wow. That
Wild.
just spun my head a bit.
Yeah, it's wild
Yeah,
shit.
that is wild.
So yeah, they obviously haven't checked through like all of the ocean and stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently like 91%, 92% is like not being explored.
Yeah, that's what I read. But that's crazy. Like, there's probably some shit out there that's could be more intelligent than us, and we have no idea.
Yeah, well, they're starting to think that like all of these like UFO sightings and stuff, they're starting to think that they're, what do they call them? Not trans. There's another word to that. I can't remember. But like they're able to go through 3D space in air and through the water. So most of the time when they're detected, they just go boom, straight into the ocean. So you can't like send radar out into the ocean.
That's scary.
Yeah, it's some crazy shit. This is strong as shit. I need to get some ice. Do you need a pee again? Yeah. I could tell. 1 sec.
They're just gonna watch us sober, lit, fucked.
What I'll probably do is like switch it around. I'll use like the intro from the first part and then like a conversation at the end where we're like going hard. Because at the start of podcasts, I've realized like there's some people that I'll talk to that it's like, you know, like straight into conversation. But sometimes you need to like warm up as well.
Yeah.
And this has just been a warm up podcast. You know, like we needed to warm up first and then like, how's it going? Good to see ya. That kind of shit.
Yeah.
Australians are so fucked up.
I've noticed.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, we're Australian.
Yeah, but what type of Australian are you talking about?
All of them.
I feel like there's different types.
There obviously are. Like, there's different types of people everywhere.
There's bogans. There's.
Eshays.
But I feel like. Yeah, but I feel like.
Hey, Dad. Sorry. Use your TNs, bud. Sorry, I can't.
I feel like we're loud.
We are. We're loud as fuck.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah.
We're loud. But especially being mixed, we're especially loud. Africans are loud.
Yeah. I like that, though. Africans are like my favourite people.
Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I need to shut up now.
Nah. Never have that thought. That's how you get the best ideas.
True.
That's one thing that like a lot of people don't think about when you do podcasts is like you have so many fucking ideas all the time.
Yeah.
And because you like talking in a way where it's just like off the tip of the tongue, you know, like I don't know what the fuck I'm going to say next.
Yeah.
But
true.
it's coming.
It's coming.
You know?
It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when people think like, hey, like this guy said something I don't like it's so easy to like be like, hey yo, like this fucking idea doesn't match my opinion. But I don't even I'm not married to my own ideas.
Yeah. That's like, you mean like your ideas change?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
As soon as I'm presented with like a new piece of information, I'm like, okay, I was retarded.
Your perception changes, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have that same thing with like writing music? Does your perception change a lot? Why did I say that like I'm Aussie bogan? Why did I say it like that, eh?
Like halfway through a song, does my idea change?
No, like, do you have like, well, yeah, okay, let's go with that, yeah.
Yeah, it's happened before.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you deal with it?
No, I've actually, like, this is the best way to explain it. I've seen a song from different points of view. Or I've started writing something and then I've gone, okay, I'll scrap that. Like, okay, I've written like something that I think's fire and then I think, okay, I'm gonna scrap that idea and try and start something else and just fully change it. And then the song will be completely different but to the same beat. And I'll just like kind of choose which one I like better.
Right. What is your writing method? Like, do you sit down and actually write lyrics, like handwrite or?
I feel like I get ideas when I'm spontaneous ideas, like when I'm outside or doing something, or like it just comes to my head, and I'll be like, oh, or like a few bars come to my head.
Yeah, like
and I'll be like, oh, I'll write that down now.
A couple bars at a time.
Or like even one bar will come to my head. I'm like, okay, I'll extend on that later. But I don't really write from start to finish. No? Like, I might write a verse and then I'll work on the hook, or like I'll finish my verses and then I'll work on a hook, that type of thing.
So how do you know, like, when it's the, like, do you come across a bar that suits the whole song? That's your, like, that's when you're...
Yeah, like, I'll write something, but it doesn't have a theme. Yeah. And then I'll come across that one bar that's like, okay, that's what this song's going to be about.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting.
And it's like, it's the best feeling.
Because it could be anything, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you're solidifying your idea of like, what am I creating right now?
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost
that's what happened with Get Up On It.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Get Up On It. That's
I actually wrote I wrote the first bars first. Because I was thinking about how me and my friends, we always come late to shit. So, like, in the first verse, it says, if you tell us come at 5 and then we come in at 8. And then it just kind of, like, went from there. But I actually wrote the hook last.
Did you?
Yeah. And I changed it multiple times before I got the right one.
Interesting.
Because I wanted it to be, like, not complicated. Like, catchy and not complicated.
It's very catchy.
Yeah.
It's very catchy.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
So as soon as I found that catchiness that's, like contagious, I was like, yeah, that's the one.
Where does the drum line come from?
I bought a beat off this producer called Baby Breeze. Yeah.
So that's his beat?
Yeah.
Oh, fire. It's a good beat.
Yeah, it is a good beat.
Yeah. Where's he from?
America somewhere.
There's a lot of good producers over there.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I know.
Do you think it's because like there's like the music industry has been established way longer?
I feel like that's where if you think about it, that's where every A-list artist is based. Like, if you think about all your favorites, or not even your favorites, but like all the top artists right now, they're in America.
There's a lot of top artists coming to Australia though.
Yeah, but where were they from?
Yeah, they live there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the like.
Well, they're only hitting like 30 million people here, but back home they have like 330 million.
That's the base, and I feel like America has a very big influence on what we listen to.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like Australia has their own sound.
No?
Or I don't like it. Like, Aussie rap, I don't like it. It's not...
Have you heard Day One?
No.
Day One is fire.
Yeah, but if you think about it, yeah? UK listens to America, America listens to UK, we listen to both.
Now they do, yeah.
They don't listen to Australian rap. You don't see anyone on TikTok. You don't see anyone listening to that aside from Australian people listening to that. So we don't have an interchangeable sound, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
No one's listening to it.
So
I don't like it. Majority of people that I know don't like it.
The majority of Australians, though, that we have in this current society, they're all the majority. Probably I'd say 50% are over the age of 30.
Yeah.
You know, if you've been brought up in Australia, most of the time, Australian accents in music are going to resonate to you. Like, there's a old school artist in Perth who's from Perth named Draft. Have you heard of him? Really? Well, there you go. There's he was huge back in the day. He had a song called Jimmy Ricard and Rapunzel. Like, Rapunzel, better let your hair down, girl, gotta let your hair down.
That sounds catchy already.
Yeah, yeah, it's fucking awesome. But nowadays, he was on the radio on 92.9, 93.7, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's wild to think about. But nowadays, you don't hear those kinds of rappers. It's everything is America. Everything is America.
Yeah.
And if it's not, it's from UK, Australia, wherever.
Yeah.
Has gone to America to record, and then they blow up. You know.
Yeah, that's facts. I don't see many when you put on a mainstream radio, you don't hear Australian artists.
No.
You hear other artists.
Well, when I was younger, they had artists like Eskimo Joe, which was a band. They had John Butler, Missy Elliott. Was it Missy Elliott? No.
I've never heard her on the radio.
You've never heard Missy Elliott on the radio?
I don't listen to it. I didn't grow up listening to it either, so...
Yeah, fair.
It was kind of like when we got in my mum's car, it was her music. We didn't listen to the radio.
Yeah, but you motherfuckers grew up with digital radio. I didn't get that shit. Yeah, we never had that. We had 4 stations.
We grew up on CDs. And then all of a sudden it turned to aux cord and...
You never had cassettes, eh?
Yeah, my mum does, yeah. But I didn't do that. I didn't have it.
Yeah.
But CDs was the big thing in my childhood.
Mm.
And then suddenly you could plug your phone in and everything's there, you know?
It was wild, right?
Yeah.
That Steve Jobs motherfucker changed everything.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I feel like they made it easier for artists to blow up because, like, you have the whole internet, but at the same time, then it gets washed out. Because anyone can post anything.
Yeah.
So there's probably billions of artists right now that are all, like, wanting to blow up.
Millions.
Yeah. Millions, yeah.
There's a lot to be said for what's happened with the music industry, like within like CDs no longer being valid because streaming came into play.
Yeah.
Spotify, like a lot of people don't really like take into consideration that Spotify was the like game changer that opened up everything. It was literally like, holy shit, with one click of a button, I can hear literally any artist I ever want ever.
Yeah.
And everything's on there.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, Spotify wasn't like that because they didn't have any kind of licensing rights to play music.
Yeah.
And they had to go through like big, like major labels and stuff to get like the agreements, which is fucking wild.
Yeah. Because
now anybody that wants to, like, if you're an artist, you're not considered really an artist until you have music on Spotify.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, how do you know you're an artist before Spotify?
I didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, unless you're bringing out CDs and doing shows, people like can then go, oh, he's an artist. But if you're a small time dude or a small time girl, and you bringing out music and Spotify is not around, it's so much harder to be heard by a broader audience.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. Like, it's not even like a thought process anymore.
Just pull that mic in a bit.
Oh, my bad.
You're like 3 meters away from it.
I feel like no one thinks about it anymore. That's your go-to. Like, when you're in the car, when you're on your own, like, that's your primary source of music.
Yeah. It's a wild time. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Where do you see the music industry going, Brazen?
I don't know. I feel like this might be controversial, but I don't see trap music being this type of trap music being alive for much longer.
The trap that we got right now?
Yeah.
The mumble rap shit. Travis Scott type.
No, not Travis Scott type. Like just a gangster, like ghetto gangster. I don't see that being.
Do you think it's forming into drill?
I think it's forming into other stuff. I feel like there's branches now. Before, like, I feel like, I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like it was, like, mostly trap. But now you've got, like, alternate hip-hop, like, for Yeet example, like, Baby Smooth.
Yeah.
Like, that type of sound coming. And,
like Smino and...
Yeah, and, like, drill, like, that kind of thing. It's branching off. So I don't feel like there will be one main type of hip-hop anymore. Because I feel like trap is the main type of hip-hop right now. That kind of sound.
So do you, like, to push on the drill thing, do you think drill will take trap's spot?
I don't think it will take its spot. I
just
feel like there will be...
pop off from that trap.
I feel like there will be, like, diversity of, like, sounds that will... I don't know. I just don't see this type of music staying for much longer.
Yeah.
Because if you think about the music from before, it's not the same as now. So I doubt this sound will carry on much longer too.
Yeah.
Because if you see, like, how the way Tupac rapped and, like, 50 Cent, that kind of thing, like, that's so different to now. And, like, even though people try and recreate it, it's not the same. So I doubt that this will stay the same. There will be some type of way it would change.
Well, yeah, it constantly changes. But have you heard any rap that's even close to Tupac?
No. That's my point. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it will change in a way that this can't be replicated.
Yeah.
Just like that can't be replicated.
Yeah. So something else like gives
something
birth.
else will take over.
Yeah. Gives birth to something else.
Yeah.
That's actually a really interesting point.
Because, like, if you think about it, like, the way, like, yeet sounds and like baby smooth and all these new, like, it's alternate.
Yeah.
It's different, but it's still like considered as rap.
Did you fuck with Juice World?
When I haven't heard. I've heard a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What
did
about
when I was
P&B
younger.
Rock?
Yeah, I liked a bit of his stuff. Yeah.
Both those dudes are dead.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that hits you as much as it fucking hits me, but those guys were, for their genre, revolutionary.
Yeah.
Like, nobody was making shit like them.
Yeah. I think P&B rock more than Juice WRLD, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, Juice WRLD was more XXX
Yeah, that's what I was
Tentacion's
gonna say.
era.
Yeah.
And they both had their own, like, even XXX, he's dead too. Like, what the fuck? There's so many.
They all had different sounds to now. Like, I actually can't think of somebody that sounds the same as them.
Do you think Pop Smoke had, like, the biggest influence in trap? Because I've thought about this a lot. Like, no? Who's the biggest influence in the trap scene?
When he was doing drill, other people were too.
Yeah.
I feel like it was his voice that made him different or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, there's
you know
other
that was
people
fake?
that. Yeah, there's other people that have his voice, his tone.
Yeah.
It can be replicated.
You heard Smoke today.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, people can put that voice on, so that can be replicated. I don't think that's like original.
I feel invincible.
But I feel like everyone references it to him, but people already had that kind of tone.
Yeah.
They just didn't blow up as much as him.
Yeah, because he was the first one to really do it.
Yeah.
You know?
That blew up, yeah.
Yeah, that blew up.
But, like, if you, like, do you get Spotify suggested and stuff? Like, if you...
Yeah, all the time.
The stuff comes up on mine that's, like, he sounds like Pop Smoke,
yeah,
but
there's
it's
some
older
Chicago
than his songs.
rappers
And I'm
like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are definitely people that sound like him and that were doing it before him. And I guess that's just trends. They come and go. Like, who's making music like fucking Led Zeppelin from like the fucking 70s? Nobody. Who's making music like Tina Turner from the 90s? Fucking nobody.
Yeah.
Trends die. You know? It's a weird fucking industry to be in with like consistent like new artists.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to blow up that's an artist. I've met a couple of artists that aren't concerned with blowing up. And it was, when I met them, it was almost like, dude, don't you want more?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you could see the joy in their lives that they'd already gotten to the point that like everything that I asked for has already succeeded. So anything more than that is great.
Yeah.
Which is really enlightening. Again, like those kind of people give me so much hope.
Yeah.
Like doing podcasts, right? There's some podcasts that I do with like artists that are coming up that don't really do their own marketing, and it'll get like 20 views.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's like you can do better. Most people, I think, are getting the grips of how to handle music marketing themselves. And the people that don't are going to be washed to the back.
Yeah.
So cheers to those motherfuckers. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, Brazen? Brazen Barbie.
Still making music.
Yeah.
Producing for other people.
Real.
DJing. That's my number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can align you with some people that are DJs.
That is just... I can't think of anything better. You're just... That's your job. You're around music all the time.
Yeah.
That would just be haps. And like producing for other people, that just seems so fun. Like, it seems long too, but like at the same time, like perfecting something and making it like form into someone's idea and dream, that sounds so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then having a bunch of people dancing to that shit.
Yeah, yeah. Because I get excited, like, when you hear the demo and then you hear the final thing, it's exciting. So, like, I don't know, I feel like turning that into someone's dream would be fun.
Yeah. Well, fucking best of luck with that shit.
Thanks.
Because I hate to say it, but the music industry changes when it needs to change.
Yeah.
And I think you, like, as an artist that's doing rap right now, you're the biggest hope that we have in Perth for like female rappers. 100%.
Big goals.
No, yeah. Keep your fucking eye on the prize. Yeah, because I can forecast big things for your future. If this is what you're pumping out right now, shit's happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Grand time.
Should we wrap this shit up? Yeah?
It's up to you.
Up to you.
It's your podcast, man.
I'd wrap this shit up when I need to.
I don't mind.
This is a long ass podcast. Actually, you've had like 75 fucking piss breaks. Oh, fuck. I am getting there, eh?
Yeah, can tell.
Meryl?
Yep.
How can you tell?
Your eyes.
Don't say that. Yeah, they go like droopy.
Yeah.
They're like almost closed. Like, Asian as fuck. Alright, let's wrap this shit up. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Roadshow podcast, and my apologies for being so fucked up, but this is what we do. You know how it is. Brazen, thank you for coming down and having a chat with me today.
Thank you for having me.
That was a very fucking all over the place chat.
I know.
Fucking hell. But we'll make it look schmick. Don't worry about that shit. Best of luck for the future.
Thank you.
All the music stuff. And you've got, where are you playing this weekend? Rosemount?
Rosemount.
Rosemount.
Yeah. And then...
is that on Saturday or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my place on the 4th of March.
Yeah. And people can find you at The Brazen.
THABRAZN.
That's that Instagram.
Yeah.
Is that on TikTok as well?
It's just Brazen Barbie on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yep.
You couldn't get that on Instagram?
No.
Really? Someone else had it?
Some Russian lady had it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is she a doll?
No.
You motherfucker. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. This has been the Roadshow. Peace.
Take me home, I wanna know if you're